So when we work with essential oils, we always think about the modes of transmission. How are we going to actually get the essential oils into our limbic system and into our bodies? So the most common way is through inhalation, and through this we could use even a scented candle, we can use an aromatherapy diffuser, and we can also do a facial steam. I'm just going to show you really quick an aromatherapy diffuser. It's super easy to use. This isn't the highest quality, but you can get some that are actually called like nebulizers, and the way that the molecules come out of the water really preserves the aroma of the essential oils. This one you can get at a natural food store. So there's a fill line with water in here, and you just add, I'm just going to add a couple drops of lavender essential oil. And then you just turn the diffuser on. And you'll start seeing that we get a little bit of vapor that's coming out of the diffuser. So the great thing about using a diffuser is it's great to use for people who are sensitive and may not want essential oils applied directly to their skin, even in a carrier oil. It's also a great thing to put in your child's bedroom. So if your child is restless or gets insomnia, you can put really calming essential oils in there. Or in your office or in your home, if a lot of people have been sick, or you know it's the season where the epidemic diseases are going to start to flourish, you can put things like thyme and rosemary and monarda and other essential oils in there to actually ward off or give you a defense against the infections that are in the air. Another mode of transmission is oral ingestion. So this has gotten really popular, especially with some of the multi-level marketing essential oil companies. And I really adhere to a very cautious approach when we ingest essential oils. One, because of what we talked about with the phenols and the ketones, and we really want to know which essential oils can cause liver and kidney toxicity. But we also want to know which ones can really irritate the esophagus. So oral ingestion can be really irritating. It can have a therapeutic value, but we really want to know the quality of the essential oil we're taking internally, if it's actually safe for internal ingestion, and also what was the extraction method. Because if it's solvent extracted, or if it's a concrete or an absolute, those are things that we cannot ingest internally. And also dosage is really, really important, because we want to know how much essential oil we should take internally, if we should take it at all. If you are going to ingest essential oils, remember that they're lipolytic, which means they are fat loving. So a lot of people will say, oh, just put a drop of peppermint essential oil in your water if you have an upset stomach. Well, the essential oil and the water are actually not going to mix very well. So what you're going to end up with is the oil's going to be on top, and then you're going to really ingest that without it being distributed throughout the water. So you would rather take a little bit of peppermint essential oil in a little bit of coconut oil or something fatty, because then it's going to evenly distribute throughout the fat. Another way to get the essential oils is actual topical application. And so these are absorbed readily through the skin. You definitely want to use a carrier oil. You don't want to use it, for the most part, you don't want to use an undiluted essential oil on the skin. And you also want to remember that a lot of these are extremely irritating to the mucous membranes. So if you're doing massage or you're working with someone and you have oils on your hand, you don't want to touch your eye, you don't want to touch your lips. Even going to the bathroom, sometimes you may want to be really careful, because you don't want to touch sensitive mucous membrane areas. Some topical applications are oils, liniments, salts, salves, lotions, and even perfumes. For us acupuncturists and body workers, we really like to use essential oils on acupressure points and on along the meridian flow. So some good points, if you do want to work with essential oils in that matter, is putting essential oils with the carrier oil on the yuan source points. And typically those are around the wrist and the ankles, just to kind of give you kind of an idea if you don't know what a yuan source point is. They're usually located by the bony areas. And then the mu points, or those collection points we talked about on the conception vessel, those are really great for people who do have issues with either reproduction, sleep issues, hormonal issues, anything like that. That mu collection point's going to be great. You can also put them on the back shu points or the transport points, and those are along the inner line of the bladder channel along your spine. And those are great if we actually want to get into the organs, because we say these shu points or the transport points transport energy directly to the organs that we are stimulating.